Hello, hello. What is going on, people? What is going on? Challenger EX coming at you with a very special episode. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with Ankama's social media in regards to Dofus Touch, they've kind of been doing a lot of sneak peeks, a lot of previews, a lot of spoilers of their upcoming update that's about to hit the game. This update consists of course, the change to maximum party of 4, but also it comes with some changes where I think they're gonna do something with merchant mode. Sadida is gonna be updated, especially the chance branch, which I think is super awesome that they've been doing this. I think they're kind of taking a note in how to present this information better, and at the same time, get people talking about it. And part of that is reaching out to your boy for some previews of these up and coming equipment items. We of course will be going over some of the stats, doing a little bit of speculation, a little bit of theory crafting, and we'll see where it goes. But before we continue, I'm going to need you guys to hit that sub button if you're not subscribed to the channel of the people. And you know what, boys? The other day, I was out fighting too many Gabals, and I kind of hurt my leg. It's a shame. Shout out to Mr. Cali Kicks. So I'm going to also need a like from you guys. So like the video right now. Especially since this video is part preview video and part giveaway. So I'll be giving one of these bad boys right here. Ooh, it's beautiful, beautiful YouTube cape. Dang, I don't even have one of those. What's up with that? But one lucky viewer is gonna have a chance to score this awesome cape. So make sure you watch all the way through. But let's go ahead and dive in. We have a total of 2 sets to go over. For my water and air builds, we have the Panoply du Chaos. Of course, I don't speak French, so excusez-moi, je ne parle français. But I think this translates to Chaos set in English, which consists of an amulet, a belt, and some boots. This is a level 193 set, so not quite endgame, but a nice lead-in to some of the higher end expensive level 200 gear. You guys know I like to speculate, so after doing a little bit of research, it turns out that KO is a character that appears on the PC side of things. In terms of the game, he's a bounty that hangs out in Mount Scaldron, which is the F3, the last section of F2. So whether or not we're going to see him in touch in some capacity, it's still up in the air. We do know that a lot of these kind of boss-inspired items are usually made by resources dropped by the boss. But also because we have this weird offshoot with Ancient Island, a lot of these sets that should come from bosses are just kind of like these one-offs with no context. But either way, that's a little bit of context for you. So let's take a look at the set breaks down. I'm going to flash up the stats. I'm not going to go through it all. Guys, feel free to pause the video and to look at the stats yourself. But I'll leave it up on the screen a little bit while I read the item description. Because y'all know me, I'm all about that lore. So first off, we have Chaos Amulet. According to legend, this amulet is supposed to protect its wearer from all sorts of possible death scenarios. But considering what he did to its last owner, it's probably just a false rumor. The warrior of chaos wore this belt to show everyone he was the KO champion. Now that it belongs to you, it's your turn to show it off. Ooh, I like that description. And lastly, the boots. Crushing, squeezing, breaking, stamping, grinding. Those are just some of the things these boots are made for. Besides walking, of course. These descriptions crack me up sometimes. And here is how the set bonus kind of breaks up. The good news is that this is an AP set, meaning that it gives an action point from having the whole set together. Which is good news because I think the last batch of sets Ankama put into the game, they all gave NP, which I found a little bit disappointing because usually when you have the NP bonus, you have to offset it with the Jackanape's trophy. which is a trophy that gives an AP in exchange for an MP. So definitely happy to see an AP bonus here. The big thing that sticks out to me is that this is a pretty offensive set as well. You don't get too much resistance or HP out of it as you might with other set pieces, but a maximum of 21% water resistance and 11 against fire isn't too bad, and especially if you could find something to pair it up with. You are getting a decent amount of crits along with critical damage. If we look at each piece, you're getting 5 crits maximum from each piece, 15 plus the 5 from the bonus. That puts you at 20. And if we add up the critical damage values, that should put you at a maximum of 35, which is comparable to a Domakuro, which is not too shabby. It really reminds me of the In Enchants version of the Namero set, which is, I would define it as a kind of glass cannon kind of set. Not a whole lot of defense, but a whole lot of offensive stats. A lot of crits, a lot of crit damage. Now, the way I want to break this up is look at each individual type of character that would use this set. Of course, this is a multi-elemental set, so how would a chance and agility hybrid character use it? To how would a pure agility character use it? To how would a pure chance character would use it? Let's take a look at the hybrid character really quick. As awesome as the set is, one big downside for those hybrid characters is that there isn't a whole lot of synergy with other sets. At level 188, we do have another native intelligence agility set with the Coriander set, but sadly there is collision with the Amulet, meaning you would have to break the full set bonus of one or the other. But that's not to say that Coriander pieces wouldn't be awesome to use along with this. I personally like to benchmark pieces of equipment to 10 AP minimum, and I'll explain. Ideally, you would want to be able to pair up 2 sets that kind of fit or fit together like a Tetris piece where like there's no overlap in duplicate equipment types. So natively, you would get a 2 AP bonus stat just by having 2 sets equipped. And then you would get another AP from the Amulet, of course. And also ideally, only one set would have a ring, because the other one, you're going to want to wear a Gelano. So now we're at 4 AP. And of course, you can rock the AP on the sidebar, which is the Voyager Jack and Nips combo, to cap you at 11 AP. Or if you're fancy, an Ochre on the sidebar. And that should put you right in the sweet spot of 11 AP, 5 NP. Especially for level 1 in the 190 range, when you should be in a place to start tackling F3. 11.5 is where you want to be, especially if you want to do PvP too as well. If we look above the 193 mark, all the way to level 200, there's another native agility chance set with the Shushu variant set. But, of course, there's collision with the boots, so you can't use both sets. So in all, for hybrid characters, this is kind of set where you kind of have to mix and match a bunch of parts to make it work. Like I said, it's not a bad set on its own, but it does need a little bit of work to get you to that 11.5. You're gonna have to finesse it a little bit. You're gonna have to finesse it. So you might have to throw in a Quintus, which is the eagle mount that gives an AP. And maybe throw on the budget Pots on Pants, which is the MP belt. Oh wait, shoot, you actually can't use that combo because this set comes with a belt. So it looks like most likely you'll be rocking 11 AP for MP. As an agility build, this is going to pair nicely with the Shroom set from level 188. So that's a plus for agility builds. They're going to have a new way to bid out the character, and this actually leaves room for a Gelano too. So that gives you a total of +4 with just the gear, which is that sweet spot I just mentioned. Don't forget the AP from the sidebar and the MP from the mount, and you're Gucci, you're good to go. And this set should really hold you over until you get into your Ava Torin Alistair set pretty much. So it's going to be a good way to ease into your endgame gear, because sadly that's as far as compatibility goes with other sets. Let's take a quick look at other agility sets. We have Alistair, but that collides with the boots. Climb set, that collides with the belt. Numero collides with the boots. And finally, we have the Ava Torin set, which has collision with the Amulet. Not that it's a big deal, actually, because again, I think this is going to be a good way to kind of ease you in. It's going to be a good stepping stone and to get you into that end game Ava Torin Alistair set combo. So if you have an agility character in the low 190s range, this is definitely a set you should be taking a look at. Now, how does water fare? And I'm glad to say it is a little bit more flexible as Professor Saw Cape becomes an option. Also, Cushy Cloak to compensate for the AP bonus of a second broken up set. With the AP coming from the Cloak, you just kind of want to mishmash a couple of chance items together and you should be good to go. But when it comes to more like native fits, it's pretty bleak. This set has a lot of collision with other straight up chance sets. But the silver lining is that at level 196, just 3 levels above from this, you do have access to the combo of the health set mixed with Denethor. Grab your Gelano, your sidebar AP, your MP mount, 11.5, you're good to go. So as a chance character, as a chance build, you could just bypass this whole thing. Just hold out to level 196, fit into the Hell Denethor combo, and it was like the set never existed. Overall, visually, this set looks really awesome. This looks like a set for a Ceram, especially with all those skulls. But there's a little synergy with what we have already. It's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit clunky to kind of pair up with other stuff. And really, I don't see people getting that much use out of it. The agility and chance elemental combination doesn't have a whole lot of synergy as a whole, I feel. But I'm happy there's a little bit of support. I'll buy it. It's clunky. If you have any creative ideas for the set that come into mind, feel free to post them in the comments below. I am kind of spitballing and just kind of going off the top of my head, going off of what I know, and really it's going to be agility characters who will benefit the most from this set. Now for my chance and intelligence folks, we got the Tal Kasha set, which consists of this beautiful hat, these sturdy looking boots, and this luscious cloak, making a level 191 set. These pieces are inspired by the dungeon boss known as Tal Kasha, which on PC, Tal Kasha is a dungeon boss for an island called Wimi. It's this island that's very like Egyptian inspired. It's got like pyramids, it's got sand. It's from looking at the picture, it looks pretty cool. And she's there. They are the dungeon boss there. And again, there's no telling whether Tal Kasha is coming to touch in any form. So they didn't give me any information about that. But it would be pretty awesome. It would be pretty awesome. But let's go through the equipment. I'll put up these stats here on the screen. I'm not going to go through them individually, but feel free to pause the video if you need to. So here is the hat. Description time. Monday in the sun is something people around you will never see because they'll be so dazzled by the brilliance of your headgear. Ooh, that's the one. Imagine that just reflecting the sun into your eyes. That's a very polished and shiny helmet. And we also have the boots. Tal Kasha couldn't stand people walking on her feet, which is why her sandals have evolved to look like this. Oh, so they are technically sandals, but they look like boots. All right. And lastly, we have Talkashaw's Head of Hair. Ambitious Unitros have led great conquests with the sole purpose of getting a head of hair as thick as this. Damn. Yeah, imagine Venus, instead of being bald, just rocking this massive like hairpiece. That would be pretty epic. And here is how the set bonuses break up, depending on how many pieces you have. And I'm glad to see it's another AP bonus set with a nice cherry on top of having an extra range as well. Right off the bat, this looks like it's going to be great for maybe like an Any or a Seller. Each of these pieces gives a nice heal bonus, but also comes with a fair amount of AP removal. Though I do find it a bit odd that the hat gives no wisdom for some reason. I also noticed the range on the sandals and cloak plus the full bonus, which should put you at +3 range. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And again, let's see how this set breaks down for each of the character builds that would use this set. Let's take a look at the Intelligent Chance character. And sadly, there is no native combo with other sets. And the real kicker is that because this set does have a cloak, you can't fall back with the saw cloak. So yeah, so that's not that great. So yeah, this is gonna be one of those sets where you're gonna have to like mishmash a bunch of stuff together. And again, AP from the sidebar, AP from Gelano, AP from Quinnis, to get you to that 11.5. And of course, I mean, you could always use the AP MP Gelano, but I'm excluding exos because those are pretty trivial. I mean, you could exo anything and make anything work if you're lucky enough or if you could afford it. So that's why I don't consider exos when looking at sets. But yeah, you would also have to throw on the budget pots on pants as well. The MP belt to make up for the missing mount. So even with the budget 11.5 combination of equipments, you will end up with an open amulet slot. So throw on your old Minotaur necklace, and that should give you another range. And maybe throw in, it's a little bit low level, but throw in a Ring of Prophets, which should max out your range. Or a nose ring maybe, which is another chance intelligence set. But overall, I think if you go with the range, it should be a nice keep away set. But other than that, yeah, I don't see anything that sticks out of the ordinary for intelligence chance builds. For full intelligence builds, and you know, it does collide with a lot of powerful intelligence sets, such as the Automite set because of the boots. It collides with the magnetic set due to the hat. So this is another instance where you would have to mishmash some stuff together. Sidebar, a bird, Gelano. You guys know the deal. Yeah, I should come up with I think I'm just call it the budget combo. That's what I'm gonna call it. The budget combo. Sidebar AP, bird, Gelano, and that belt you get from the Ice Dofus quest. And lastly, let's look at the chance options here, which is pretty simple because you know it collides with the Hell set, it collides with Dinosaur, and it's pretty much the same story as the KL set. As a pure water build, you are better off just skipping this set and wait till 196 so you could fit into Hell Dinosaur. Overall, I do see hybrid builds taking advantage of this set more than straight up intelligence and chance build, mainly because of that range. But it can definitely be a little bit of an alternative to the Gladiator Beworker set. Alright folks, well there you have it. These are the two sets, early 190 sets that are going to be implemented into the game. But we do have a series of standalone items that let's go ahead and take a look at them. First, we do have a lovely pair of daggers These are called in French dégoulinants daggers. Dégoulinants daggers. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but if I do cross-reference these daggers with PC, in English they're called the guanos daggers, and that is so much easier to say, the guanos. So these are level 196 daggers and hit for agility. So these are new agility daggers. Now people, I'm a little torn about these. I am going to voice my personal opinion here. After all, I was given these items to preview to you guys, but also to give my thoughts about it. On one hand, they are like a stepping stone to the super powerful sacrificial daggers, which is kind of like the go-to daggers, endgame daggers for agility characters. And they are also really expensive daggers and hard to make, so not easy to get your hands on. So you can use these daggers to hold off till you're able to obtain some Air Mage sacrificial daggers. In that regard, they're awesome. On the other hand, sacrificial daggers are only 4 levels away. Do we really need another pair of agility daggers that are just going to be replaced? This would have been a perfect opportunity to make some chance in agility daggers, especially given the fact that we are getting a new chance in agility set, which doesn't have a lot of synergy with a lot of stuff. So given a little bit of support with an awesome weapon would have been the call or the direction I personally would have gone with. Again, I feel like this is such a missed opportunity. I don't know. I think this is such a weird decision to make more agility daggers. Again, in the comments below, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys feel differently? Do you guys feel like we do needed some 196 agility daggers? Am I missing something? Let me know. But yeah, so these are the daggers. They look pretty cool. They got like some like squid thing action going on, which kind of leads to our next weapon we're going to be talking about, the baguette range, or in English, the strange wand. And strange it is, especially going off my rant, because did we really need another fire wand? Though I do give this wand some props, because I can't see people switching, or rather using this as an alternative rather than replacing their current fire weapon. I know the kind of the go-to endgame weapon right now is the corrupted bowl. So even though like right off the bat you want to compare it to the Fire Mage Eternal Wand, the Eternal Wand is a hybrid wand with the caveat that it does have a massive agility requirement, thus creating 2 different builds for the 2 different wands. So this would be more comparable or more used as an alternative to the corrupted bowl. And so far, I think this is a welcome addition to the game. When a new piece of equipment gets added to the game, it should have a meaning, a purpose to be there. It should put the player in a position of options, and this one does that. This is exciting for int builds because, you could go with the hard-hitting 5 AP bow, or something that maybe doesn't hit as hard, but it's a little bit more flexible because it is a 4 AP weapon. And as we know, managing AP, it's a big deal. Even freeing up 1 AP could allow you to do something you weren't able to do before. So this one is awesome. I love it. I definitely see people using this, especially since it's got 2 lines of damage and it's got a little bit of sustain. Some resistances, which is nice to see because the Eternal one doesn't have any percent resistance at all. Which, when it comes to endgame and when you're getting hit really hard, those percentage kind of make a big difference. Moving on, these next few items are very peculiar because these are items that are going to open up options for people. And like I mentioned, when you open up options for people, make things a little bit more flexible, it allows room for a little bit of diversity to take place. I'm sure you guys recognize this hat from End Session, It's a very unique hat as it gives AP for chance build, but apparently it's got friends. Dun, dun, dun. We have the cape.Enter, or the whale tail in English. This is a power-based cloak that gives AP, which is not too unique in itself. We do have cloaks that give AP, such as with the saw cloak, the cushy cape, the vigilante cape. But this one's a little bit more bulky, a little bit more defensive than the other ones. And the fact that it gives power is going to make it really flexible and accessible for all types of builds. Next up, we have a belt version of this. Sintasi? I don't know. But going back to referencing some of the stuff we have already, we do have one belt that gives AP with the Jolly Good belt. But it's an intelligence-based belt. This is a power-based belt. So again, it's going to open it up for all types of builds. And I think this is going to be that sort of item where people are just going to gravitate towards to reach that 11 AP a little bit easier without sacrificing too much. Like I pointed out with the budget combo, to make up for an AP, you do have to rock the Coinus bird, which comes with the penalty of negative vitality. And that's it, nothing else. Now compare that to this. Not only are you getting that AP that you need, but you're getting all these stats along with it, especially that vitality. I mean, you're already going negative with that bird. Now you're going 350. So essentially what's happening here is you're going to be able to relocate the AP you're getting for the Queeness to this belt. And that's going to open up the slot for you to rock a mount and give you the extra MP and that vitality boost. But do keep in mind that these items do come with a condition that you need to have less than 12 AP. So as it is usually with items that give AP, besides the amulet, they do come with the condition that you need to have less than 12 AP. So you can't optimize with these. But when it comes to like more casual people, more PVM stuff, this stuff should be good enough for your character. So this belt definitely gets an A+ from me. I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of it. A lot of people are going to get a lot of use from it. And it's going to open up a lot of people's sets, which is, again, a good thing. And lastly, the last item. Well, they just sent me a picture. They didn't give me any stats for this. So I got a picture of these boots with zero information. Like literally. They just sent me a picture of these boots. Even though these items we went through are not part of a set, they're kind of part of like this family, like a pod. If you guys get that joke, let me know. So I can only speculate that these boots will give AP as well, but I will see. Now, to wrap things up, folks, let's just go over the giveaway really quick. Number 1, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Number 2, like the video. Number 3, if you were to name these boots, if you were a Dofus item designer, what name would you give them? Would it be something funny? Something serious? Let me know. And number 4, I think we're number 4, yes. Simply leave your character name, your class, and the server you're from, along with the hashtag Dofus YouTube Cape. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, y'all boy needs a cape too. I'm gonna see if I can dig one up. Shoot. I'll announce the winner of the cape next time I put out a video. And it will just be a random draw like it was last time. But I'm going to double check. You guys make sure to follow the rules. Alright, everybody. This has been Challenger EX. Until next time, take care of yourself. Peace.